Over 2 decades in the corporate world, and now this woman is taking on a new role as a writer. I spoke with Syracuse author Kelly Bargabos about the novels she's written and her own story. For 25 years, Kelly Bargabos has held different roles in the corporate world.
I'm very lucky and I love it. I'm very passionate about it. But about 20 years ago, I started to have some real tugs on this other side of my brain that, really called me to go back to writing.
Her first book, a memoir, Chasing the Merry-Go-Round, Holding On to Hope and Home. The book is about her brother Bobby.
He came to live with us when he was 10 months old. We finally adopted him when he was about 4. And this story is really about his lifelong struggle to find a place to belong in the midst of intellectual disabilities, physical disabilities, none of which were diagnosed until he was in his 20s.
The next, another nonfiction called Here to Lead, Mastering the Art of Leadership in Order to Execute Strategy, Advance Change, and Drive Results.
It's really about the gap between leadership skills we often find that we in our leadership teams have on paper, but really struggle to get things done on a daily basis.
In June, Kelly released her debut novel, Lavender Finch.
Lavender is just a girl on the edge of the rest of her life when trauma shows up by the name of Travis. And instead of sharing that with people around her that love her, she keeps it a secret, as we often do. We all keep secrets. Lavender keeps this trauma a secret. And what happens next, of course, is just a series of bad decisions, more lies, shame. Keeping this secret really locks her in a place of shame. And it's a very lonely place. And so Lavender has to learn the hard way. And we follow her on this journey as she discovers that it's actually trusting people with our truth that allows us to receive the love that changes everything.
There's even a playlist on Spotify to connect with Lavender and her story. Loving Lavender Finch doesn't end here. Kelly's working on the next journey in Lavender's story.
She goes on a physical journey where her and Martin take a road trip to California after graduation. But they end up in California for a year working for AmeriCorps. And, this sets Lavender off on a journey to really find herself. Who is she? What does she have to offer this world?